Welcome back to embroidery video number 2. This is our February stitch along 2020, but whether you're joining us now or many months down the line, that's fine. You can find all the videos in regards to this stitch along on my channel. If you're a beginner, please check out my beginners video. It's 25 minutes long, but it tells you about all the materials, what kind of materials you're going to need, and how to set yourself up with the fabric and the hoop. All these videos are just the way I embroider. That does not mean that it is the right way to embroider, but everybody will find their own way to embroider as they go along. All my patterns are drawn onto fabric using the micron pens, size 005, because that is the smallest size they do and it's a very fine line and easy to stitch over. Video 1 was the heart outline, doing the satin stitch, and around the edge of mine, because my satin stitch is messy, I'm doing the back stitch. So this video is showing you how to do the back stitch. Now this I've already done the back stitch around my edge, because as I was doing it I realized that with the satin stitch and the back stitch and being black, you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing on the video. So what I'm about to show you is how to back stitch all of the finer lines on the leaves, and it's exactly the same technique to go around the edge of your heart. I did my heart line using 3 strands of my thread, but now, because these lines for the leaves are much thinner, I'm only using 2 strands. So you only need 2 strands of your thread to do these fine details. Some of you may want to just give the whole design a black outline, do the whole thing in black and white. In that case, then follow all your lines using the back stitch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up, and let's see how friendly our focus is today. Not very. There we go. At the bottom of this leaf under my thumb, let's get focused. Come on. I'm aiming to do the lines going from the leaves to the flower. But when you come up, you don't want to come up right at the bottom of the leaf because you're doing the back stitch. What you do is you come up away. I wish the focus would work. I do apologise. I'm not right next to the leaf. Come on, let's get some focus in, please. These are supposed to be really good cameras, but as we know, me and technology are not great. So I've come up about 1/2 centimetre away from the bottom of the leaf. And then I'm going to go back towards the bottom of the leaf to make my first stitch. And then same again, about 1/2 centimetre away from that stitch, I'm coming up. See the gap? In this really badly focused camera. There we go. I have to get, that is really close to the camera. There we go. And then go back into the back of this last stitch to join it up, to make your line. Again, about 5 millimeters away. And then back in to the end of the last stitch. That's it. That is the back stitch, when you can see it. So some stitches, if you're going around a corner or a curve, it is better to do a smaller back stitch Just make your stitches as tiny as you can to make the curve nice and smooth. But when you're going along a straight bit, you can do them about 5 millimeters, half a centimetre apart, because they're going straight anyway. Oh, there we go. So that creates your line. I'm only doing the stems. Have I got a knot? Yes, I do. I'm only doing the stems of the leaves in black at the moment, but I will bring all my leaves and flower a very thin black backstitch outline. But if you want to put colour in your leaves and your flower, don't do the backstitch outline just yet. I'm only showing you the backstitch now, in case you want to give your heart edge the backstitch. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to colour in the flowers, the flower and the leaves first with the other different stitches that I've mentioned. I'm going to be using the altered backstitch, and we've got a knot. Don't we just love it when we get a knot? If you do get a knot, try and get your needle in one of the loops. Just give a gentle tug, and that usually until it loosens. Alternated backstitch. Annoying knot. So it just goes to show that it happens to even the best of us. Right, so that's my first line done. I'm not happy. There's a bit of a loose thread there. So there we go. Start. How close do I have to get? About 5 millimeters away from the bottom of your leaf. And then go into the leaf bottom. So that this area only requires 2 stitches. Then come up at I'm trying to come up at where the stitches already are, look. And then go back to the first stitch. And you can do this all the way around your design, or just follow the edge of your heart and then just do the stems of the leaf. So there's not much left for me to do. And then in the next video, I'm going to show how to fill in the leaves in different ways, using a combination of different stitches. It gives them a nice texture, that I feel anyway. You could do all of your leaves in one particular stitch if that's what you feel like you want to do. I know of one of the people following this stitch along. She's going to change these leaves into buds in her own creative way. So remember, this isn't just about following and copying exactly what I'm doing. Please feel as free as you like to change the design add your own flair, do what you want with it. And I can't wait to see what everybody's designs are going to look like at the end of this. So go along to my channel, there's links in my description that can take you to my website to buy the pattern if you want to join in this stitch along. I'm not expensive, it's really cheap. You can also find my Facebook group links there, my Instagram links, all the links to all the groups if you want to join in our Facebook group that's doing this particular stitch along. And look out for the next video, for the next part. And I just hope you're all enjoying embroidering this particular stitch along.